Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of the NCR build. So today is the first day back on the bike after stripping it down. So I've got a couple of new tools today, a couple of parts I want to show you guys, and I'm just going to go straight into the engine. Okay guys, so if you guys remember, this is the engine that we stripped down the last time, or started to. This is the bottom of the engine, it's upside down. These are all the bits still exactly how I left them. I've been away on holiday, so I've only literally come back yesterday and I'm already back on the bike. So a couple of bits I bought a compressor, which I will show you guys once I unwrap it. I literally just opened the box. It arrived just before I went on holiday, so I haven't actually opened it. I'm just going to open it for you guys now. Let's see what other things I got. A couple of things. Well, I've got some this is the some airline for the compressor. I had to buy that separately, and I also purchased air duster as well. So that's the only sort of tools I have for it. I plan to eventually use it to do some spraying and stuff, so I will get a spray gun. Sorry, it's a massive bumblebee, and you know, some other power tools that I can use, or air tools, eventually I'll be adding to my collection. Also, I got a new sprocket. If you guys remember the old rusty one, which is this one, which I was having a lot of problems of getting off. So hopefully this is the correct one. We shall find out. From first looks, it does look different, but hopefully it's the right one on there. Also, I got this grinding paste and these grinding tools for the valves. So when I'm ready to sort of reseat them, I can use this to do it. So I've never done it before. I've seen it done, and I'm sure I can figure it out. So the first job today really is, well, one of the things I want to get done today is I want to get this old sprocket off. I'm going to try and get this old sprocket off. I want to continue cleaning this off. I did do a good clean on it the last time. Now it's all dry, still some grease. I've got some brake cleaner and stuff. I'm going to go through it again and try and clean it as much as I can. Then what I'll probably do is mask up the areas, obviously, that need to be masked, and I will paint this grey. I actually got the paint for this on the other bike when I did it. If you guys remember, if you've seen the videos, I did paint it black, and it does look nice, but it's not very original. So I got a color, I believe, which is closer to the original color, which you guys can see here. You can see how bad condition this is. I'm gonna have to pass some Scotch Brite or something over that. It's supposed to be smoother like this, but I'm probably gonna go with a sort of grey. I picked up some spray. I'll show you guys what I have. Oh yeah, and another tool as well. So I've got this, which is a high temperature paint, and I've guessed the color. And from first looks, it looks quite close to the correct color. So I've got that, and I also got, so I got 2 tins of that, and I also got some high temperature lacquer as well. So these are the bits that I got. 2 tins of each, and I also got a, which is one of the first jobs we're going to be doing today. If I can get this off, valve seat compressor, or whatever they're called. So these are so I can get the valves out. They compress the spring, valve spring compressor, then I can get the valves out. Hopefully these are the correct sizes. I know it's going to be quite small for the motorbike, probably going to be one of these two. So that's so we can get the valves out of the top head, and we can get them all sorted out. So one of the things I'm going to try and do actually is do some tests. I'm going to try and see if we can do some tests for leaks to see if these are leaking, and that will maybe hopefully explain why we were getting poor compression on the engine, because I believe the main heads were quite fine. Did have a look at them and they look fine to me, so I reckon we've got leaking valves, being that some of them had got some rust on them. Also, when I take them off, I'll find out whether or not I need to replace any of these valves or whether we can save them by cleaning them up. Obviously I've got an air compressor now, so I can use that to check for leaks as well. Alright guys, so here's the compressor. It actually has some wheels. Couldn't be bothered to put them on yet. But yeah, so it's a Hyundai. I got it on Amazon. Can't remember. I think I paid something like £150 for it. It's supposed to be no oil required, maintenance and all that. It's got the gauges on here. Yeah, it's just supposed to be sort of no maintenance sort of thing. So you got the outlet here. So I guess this is the compressor. And so it looks like, I guess in its, I think it's not supposed to have pistons and stuff, so obviously there's no oil and stuff, so I can't remember how it works. But I guess it compresses and then pushes the air out and fills up here, which the tank is 24 liters, 750 watts. This is the model if anybody wants to know. And so it's 22.5 kilograms, and the air displacement is 150 liters per minute. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Pressure 7 bar, I think that's the maximum, and speed is 1450 RPMs. So a lot of it, I don't know what that means. So yeah, I haven't looked at the manual yet, so I'm going to be having to look at that to figure out everything. But we've got pressure gauges here. They look like they're both the same. Let's see what we've got on top here. On and off. So I guess up is on and down is off. Yep. And sounds like air's coming out from somewhere, or at the bottom. So yeah, I need to just make sure everything is set up right, and then I'll put the holes on and test it out. So I've had the machine on for about a minute, and this pressure has been going up, and it stopped about here. So this seems to be a full tank now. This looks like where it is when it's full. And I've also connected this. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like there's two nozzles for this, I think. Again, I haven't looked at the manual, I'm terrible like this. But I've connected this on, and this leader's gone straight onto the to this guy, and it's worked. So there we go, we got air. So as I'm using it, I should imagine this is going to drop down. Okay, yep, that's working. So yeah, I'm assuming when it gets to a certain level, it will kick in again and fill it back up. I used to have something similar to this a long time ago. But yeah, that was a very, very long time ago. Right, so I've got this now. I can use this to dry stuff, clean out airways like the carbs and so on. You know, all these stuff. So this is going to come in really handy. So first thing we're going to do is see if we can do a pressure test to see if we've got a leak in air around these valves. So guys, I've just noticed now, having this head off, there was no exhaust on this bike front when I got it. You can see all these exhaust bolts have snapped off. I actually have brand new ones. This snapped off, this one's got a bit snapped off, and also you can see there's some damage to the actual head here, a piece of it missing. I'm not sure how deep these go in, but this is gonna have to be addressed. So I put some penetrating fluid on there, and I'm gonna see whether I'll be able to get these off with, I actually haven't got any mole grips, so I'll try with the grips that I've got. May have to get some for that, but I may have to soak this a couple of times because it's really rusty, some of them, or maybe they might have to be retapped. But I did some cleaning out of the airways. These are where all the build up of the old antifreeze was all gummed up over the last 15 years. And also these are the old exhaust seals, which need to come out as well. Is in really bad condition. So this one's already missing on this side, just caked up. Port. Still that bubble in there. Massive leaks there. Same thing on this side, not as bad. You can see that. So definitely got leaking around here. I think this is cylinder number 2, which is the front left cylinder. Let's check the intake valves. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm sure someone will tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Okay. This is our first valve out. looks like, and that actually looks quite good, actually a lot better than I expected. Actually, I did confuse myself, sorry. The rust seems to be more in the inlet valve than the exhaust valve. So the exhaust valve is actually quite clean, probably protected by all that soot, but we can see the rust around the inlet valves, although the exhaust valve seems to ones that were leaking when I did the air test. So everything's got to come out. Vadim. These are the ones where we can see where we got some rust. And I can feel that rust as well, definitely around the edge. This one's even worse. So I'll have to get these on the wire wheel. So now we've got to the worst side of the engine. You can see that state of that rust. It's jam solid. So this is the most rusty one, which I expected. All the others I was able to push them through, and this one is not budging. So I'm gonna have to probably give it a light tap. Nobody crucify me for doing this. See if I can get it out. I hardly had to tap that, but it wouldn't come out by pushing it. As you can see now, this was the worst one. Now let's have a look inside this port now. You can see now inside that port. Here is the exhaust ports with actually quite good condition. They will just clean up nicely, and I will just grind those down. You can see again the slight rust around the rings of the inlet ports. But you can see the worst one was the one on the left, which is the suspected worst one. And this is, I think, the cylinder had the worst compression as well. So good to see that. What I thought it is what it is. So now to give these a good clean up, and then I'll show you guys what they look like. Then I'll do the second one, which will be exactly the same thing, so I won't bother recording that. So yeah, let's get on with it. So here is the first head. I've cleaned it up. I've got all inside of these with the Dremel. Clean them out, clean the exhaust ports out. All that surface rust is all gone. You can see how clean that is in there. Shining, in fact. Cleaned all these little crevices where we had slight corrosion of the aluminium, whatever you call it. And yeah, just sort of giving it a clean out all these ports. Obviously these are still in a state. I've got to get these nuts off. I'm going to have to get some sort of aluminium weld or something on that. Not sure, but I got to figure that out. But for now, these are all cleaned out. I'm quite happy with them, how they turned out. I've taken all the bits out of here as well. So next I'm going to draw my attention to cleaning up the valves, and then we will try and reseat these valves. Someone correct me. I was just thinking about it as I was cleaning these valves up. I'm pretty sure I should have numbered these valves and put them back in the same way I took them out. Yeah, someone's going to tell me if I'm right or wrong there. I mean, I'm going to just sort of grind them all down anyway, so hopefully that doesn't matter too much. But I feel like I should have done that. But being that everything was such a bad state, I just think it's probably alright. Everything is going to get ground down. Right, so clean them all up. Obviously, as you can see, I've popped them all in there. So I am going to turn my attention to the instructions for this grinding paste thingy bob, and I'm gonna do them start doing them one at a time. So I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a set that I got. So it's got 4 sizes actually. So you've got a little tiny one there, slightly bigger one, and then you've got 2 larger ones. You can imagine I'll probably be using this one, the 2 small ones for the bike, and I think I'll be using this little one here for the small one, because it seems just slightly under the size, and then this one's slightly smaller than the port. So stick, I guess I'll be rubbing them like that. So I've got the paste as well, grinding paste. This says coarse this end, fine this end. So I guess I'll start off with a little bit of the coarse and then maybe do some of the fine. I think that is too rough. It's really struggling to move, so I think that is too coarse. So I'm going to clean that off and start again. Okay, that's much better. Alright guys, so I'm still at it. It's getting dark now, so I moved inside. I'm using the drill on these on a low speed. I just wasn't getting very far with the hand tool. So what I'm doing is I'm using some of the coarse side first, and then I'm using the fine to finish it off. So I've done these 2, and actually I've checked them, and I've checked for air leaks. When I first done it, I was getting quite a few air leaks, and I kept at it, and now it's a very faint one here, so I will come back to it, but I'm just moving on to the other 2 here. These are all the exhaust ports, so I'll show you how I've been doing it. So I put the paste around it, and I just run it slow. I think I've pretty much done this one. This is the fine paste that I'm using now. Right guys, so I'm pretty much done now. I'll just show you guys. I've been working on these, just putting some penetrating fluid on here, and I'm gonna blow some air. These are now the inlet valves. That one's good. That side is good as well. So happy days. We got these sorted out. I was working on, as you saw, with these, getting these studs off. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. I got these two out. This was the one that was broken, so I was gonna need a weld or something here, but I got these two out. I actually have some new studs. These two snapped off. Tried to get it off, can't get it off, so I might have to drill these ones out. So the next job with this head is to sort these all out. Once these are sorted out, then I can paint. I can just give this a nice coat of paint, and then this is pretty much this one done. Guys, that is where I'm going to end tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, just an update on the progress. Please, as I said, I'm looking for any advice on this. First time I'm doing this, so I could be doing things wrong. So if there's anything that I could do better, or I need to redo, or better on the next one, or redo on this one, please let me know. I'm always happy to have you guys' advice. Well guys, thanks for watching. Please, if you like videos like this, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will catch up with you guys on the next video. Take care.